The NYPD making an arrest in Monday's Snowball attack on police in Washington Square Park. The 27-year-old Guzman Coulibaly is under arrest for his role in Monday's attack that left 2 New York police officers injured. Coulibaly is no stranger to police. He was arrested just a few weeks ago for an attempted robbery in the transit system. You'll remember this is how Mayor Mamdani described Monday's incident.
I can just tell you from the video I saw, it looked like kids at a Snowball fight.
The governor of New York was asked about Monday's attack and said this.
Our police officers put themselves in harm's way every single day, and there is no circumstance where it's okay to throw anything at a police officer, so that is appropriate.
A few moments later.
Police initially wanted 27-year-old Guzman Coulibaly charged with assault on a police officer, obstructing government administration, and disorderly conduct. But the Manhattan DA dropped the assault charge, saying they can't prove that Coulibaly is the person who injured an officer.
Well, we got the good news and we got the bad news, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you all probably already heard about how this guy named Guzman Coulibaly, this guy was arrested out in New York for pelting officers with snowballs. There was apparently, I believe 2 officers were injured by these snowballs. I don't know why this stupid mayor is acting like you can't get injured by snowballs. It's literally water. I mean, imagine throwing water bottles. It's like saying you throw water bottles at people and they won't get injured by that. Of course they will. And in this case, it was snowballs. So of course there could be ice in them. People could add objects. They could add batteries. They could add rocks. They could do anything. With these snowballs, and regardless of the fact that Mayor Mamdani tried to downplay this and say there shouldn't be any charges or anything like that, it's just a snowball fight, stupid stuff. I'm sure the officers would get in trouble if they just took some snowball and just threw them at citizens. But of course, he's letting these citizens basically get away with being anarchists and assault police officers. And even though this guy, Guzman, was initially arrested, which you guys probably have already heard about, unfortunately, he's been let off by woke DA Alvin Bragg. You know, the same guy who brought these ridiculous charges against Trump, the same guy who brought the charges against Jonathan Majors. You know, this guy who loves to go after high-profile people, unfortunately, with a winning record. His record is good in terms of that, but when it comes to anything that is like the small fry, he just doesn't care about. He doesn't care about crime. Imagine having a district attorney who doesn't care about crime. It's crazy, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and react to this Guzman's attorney basically doing a victory lap at the fact that his client managed to get off for a crime that he committed. Bear in mind, this is a guy with a criminal record in the past. I'm not saying that you should just be guilty of everything going forward, because I don't know all the evidence, but I'm just saying that this guy isn't exactly innocent either. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Did you put rocks in the snow?
We can answer some questions.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I will answer some questions.
Okay, no problem. Some very serious claims being made right now, including them saying that he put rocks in the snow before throwing them at officers.
This is the first I'm hearing of rocks in the snow. I don't know where you got that from. There's nothing in the criminal complaint that says that.
You've mentioned in court that you felt this was politicized. How's it been politicized?
I think it's obvious to most New Yorkers. I think the police have an issue with the mayor of our city. I think they're taking it out on Mr. Koulibaly.
After being hit with snowballs? You guys got to be kidding me. They have an issue with the mayor. Oh, you mean the mayor who told him that being pelted by snowballs was just a simple snowball fight? You think they would take an issue with that? I wonder why.
They want to pick a fight with the mayor. I don't think this is the way they should be doing it. From what I've seen, there are not many things that the mayor and I agree on. I'm not the biggest fan. However, I did see the videos, and my client, according to them, I haven't seen a specific indication that my client was throwing a snowball. But going based upon what they said, that they have an indication that he actually threw a snowball, that's all it was. There's no information that there were rocks, that these were ice snowballs. The police went so far as to charge him with a C violent felony. Okay?
Does that raise a due process issue in your view, that other people are getting similar charges?
Well, I don't think that's a due process issue. I think it's selective prosecution. I don't know how they decided on Mr. Koulibaly.
You don't think that the Trump situation was a selective prosecution? I mean, they went back like years to the Stormy Daniels thing. They went back years and then tried to prosecute him right before the election. Successfully prosecuted him, found him guilty, but failed at preventing him from becoming the president of the United States. So you got to feel kind of stupid about it. Like, imagine throwing all that at somebody and then they still end up being basically your boss.
Frankly, we're not there yet. All I can go by is what I heard in the courtroom and what I had in this criminal complaint. And thankfully, the DA Bragg and his assistant who's handling the case was able to see through the politicization of this and reduced it to obstructing governmental administration.
You said you saw the videos, and they're claiming that.
So he still got some charges, it sounds like.
Videos that shows that they have ice.
I have not
rocks
seen
into
it.
that.
I've seen the video that most people see on TV. The DA's office has not provided video to me yet.
You mentioned in court that you don't see how your client could have obstructed government administration
Correct.
because you didn't know what the administration was. What about the harassment? Was your client harassing cops?
Well, I don't know if it's harassing. What I did say in court is, at worst, this could be a summonsable offense, which is harassment, disorderly conduct. That is a possibility. But again, I have not seen the proof. That's going to come with the discovery phase of the case. So I don't know what specific proof they have that my client did anything.
How do you categorize?
You said your client's a content creator. Is this sort of a product?
He's a content creator,
No,
too.
this has absolutely nothing to do with that. And because it's an open case, I can't really discuss that.
How do you categorize the word attack being used? What do you say to?
Well, the video just cut off there. I'm kind of glad because I just don't think I can stomach listening to this nonsense. He's a defense attorney, right? So his job is to defend his client. I could never, one of the reasons I don't want to be an attorney, because I thought about this, honestly. I thought about being an attorney. Now, obviously, you could be a different type of attorney than a prosecutorial attorney and a defense attorney. But, I feel like they're the ones who make a lot of the serious money anyway. And I always felt like if you were a defense attorney, you would have to defend people who you knew were guilty. Or if you were prosecuting, you'd have to be prosecuting crimes against people who you knew were innocent. With the type of heart that I have a good heart. I don't want to hurt innocent people, and I don't want to see people that are not innocent get away with criminal activity. Now, in this guy's case, in Guzman's case, I can't get over his name. That's such a crazy name. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what people on the news that's what they're saying, so that's what I'm saying. But in his case, I don't know exactly if he's 100% guilty of being the one who injured the officer or not. That, admittedly, I have not seen evidence of that. But is there evidence that he was throwing snowballs at police officers? Yes, otherwise they wouldn't even be talking about any charges still being here at all. Now, should they have brought additional charges against other people? Yes, but at the same time, I don't know if he's the only one that they brought charges against. He just so happens to be the guy that I know. And of course, he's a poster child because he's a black man. So of course, they're going to try to act like this was some sort of race-based prosecution or selective prosecution or something like that. But again, we have not gotten the facts to say that this is the only person that they've chosen to prosecute. So to try to say, oh, this was, some selective prosecution, we don't know that either. So if we don't have evidence to prove that he committed the crime, we also don't have evidence to prove that this is the only prosecution that either exists or that is forthcoming. But guys, let me know what you think. Do you think that DA Alvin Bragg here has his own political agenda? They're saying that the cops had a political agenda. Do you think DA Bragg has a political agenda where he's trying to basically protect the interests of Mamdani, not really look after the police officers, and just kind of let criminals just kind of roam free and do whatever the hell they want, unless it's some sort of severe like murder or something, in which case even then sometimes they tend to go kind of lenient on them. But guys, let me know what you think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cyber Noodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you.
The president of the NYPD's largest union, Patrick Henry, responded to the arrest saying, quote, "A 27-year-old with a recent attempted robbery arrest is not a kid. This arrest sends a clear message that assaults on police officers cannot and will not be minimized or tolerated. We thank all of the NYPD members who have worked so hard on this case and all the New Yorkers who have spoken up in support of our police officers. There is more work to be done to hold accountable all who participated in this shameful attack."